This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Deadlands role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Chains of Hatred. It was written by Alex Sun, who is also our game marshal. The system we are using is Deadlands, which is part of the Savage Worlds role-playing game. And this is episode 16. Our recap will be given by Stefan Emschi as his character, Jeremiah Jones. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Stefan?
Thanks, Tom. Having been deep in the armpit of Mexico for many weeks now, I feel qualified to make a few observations. Observation A numero uno. It is a long damn way to Mexico City. So far, we have crossed rivers, deserts, and jungles, and God only knows what else we might find. Observation number two, there are an unusual number of evil spirits on this here side of the border. We ain't had a single day without being followed by ancient Aztec warriors, stalked by chupacabras or mystical spirit jaguars, or just downright attacked by feral vampire children beholden to a dark demon. Them little children in Monterey what got turned into evil feral little vampires? Well, they needed someone to rescue them from their demonic master, and while it did take some convincing among the slower minds in our group, I eventually convinced them to do the right thing. Now, once we had that jerk-faced Jack cornered, it didn't take much time before he was laid out on the ground gasping out his last breath, and them children was set free from their curse. And of course, as predicted by yours truly, the people of Monterey showed their gratitude to us in return, and that gratitude propelled us forward like a wind in our sails and carried us on all the way to Mexico City. Now, if you was expecting, like I was, that the streets of Mexico City would be paved with gold, well, you'd be wrong, and disappointed, just like I was. On the other hand, I was tickled to learn that they do have a zoo. Though, so of course, some of us had to go see it for ourselves. Here's my tip in case you ever find yourself in Mexico City and decide to see the zoo for yourself. Go on and skip the gorilla exhibit on account of it ain't safe. I believe that's all I need to say on that subject. Now, the other thing to understand about Mexico City is that it is a land of political intrigue. They got themselves an emperor, but most Mexicans is part of some rebel faction or another on account of they don't recognize the emperor's kingly authority. Now, you might rightly wonder how a country full of rebels don't just explode into everybody killing everybody, as did we. Now, what is a curiosity to one man is an opportunity to another. Just takes the right kind of man to recognize it. Thinking on killing everybody gave us an idea. This here Mexico City is a damn powder keg just waiting for a spark to set it off. All it'd take is just, for example, one well-placed letter written just the right way and sent to the right people at the right time, and next thing you know, kaboom! If this plan works, we are going to see what Mexico City is made of.
Thanks so much. You get a Benny for the recap.
Thank you.
Great work. And that brings us back to the planning table of what you want to do to secure your passage into the Secret Empire's heart.
Well,
Now,
If I remember from last time, we were going to do the letter plan, but
Hmm.
now we just need to find the city.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to know where to point them.
All right, great. So, just to recap the plan, you're going to send a letter to the Emperor, right? With the location of the City of the Dead entrance,
I think the
and
idea
then
was
inform
that
the Horistas.
we have the letter found by the authorities, but in such a context that makes it seem a lot more believable than just hey, did that and then deliver kind of sliding the letter under their front door and then
Hmm.
hoping they act on it. So that if we know where the city is, we can then write that up into the details to say, hey, just to let our fellow Harisas know that we've got this army that's amassing, ready to take on the corrupt power structure, etc., and then have the legionnaires go in there ahead.
So
But of
when
course, the
the Empire attacks the Secret Empire, the Aztecs, you want the Horistas to jump in when they're
yeah,
weakened.
afterwards. So
Yep.
we send in the legionnaires to soften them up. The Haristas then jump on top of that, hopefully with a weak as a
Hmm.
attacking a weaker force, and hopefully not getting a hold of the good guys killed in the process.
Okay.
But again, it all hinges on we need to know where the place is first.
And the plant makes it seem more believable than if
Hmm.
the note just showed up.
Yep, that
Um,
makes
I,
sense to me. You can totally do that. But you are
I,
putting a lot of faith into having the right person get that letter, and then how much the current empire or the emperor cares. I mean, it seems like a credible threat, right? You can definitely write it that way, but it will be a role.
Hmm.
well, and it could be something that escalates, even if
Oh
they
yeah,
think
for
they're
sure.
going to just get rid of a bunch of waristas and then they get attacked and then the attack and it
We
builds
could
up.
we could sweeten the pot a little bit too. Like we could send a few people out there and fire off a few guns just to make it sound like maybe there's a
We
rally,
might
you
not
know?
we might not have to. It might just happen. Now, I do have a question though for everyone in our group. When we get into the secret Aztec Empire, what are our plans? What are we looking for? Where are we going? What are we going to do? We're trying to break this curse, but how?
So our friend Oleander's probably going to come in handy.
Are you 100% sure you can trust that man? Or whatever he is?
I wouldn't say 100%, but I would say it's a high percentage because he's better than what we've got on our own without him.
I guess.
No, he ain't just leading us to a slaughter.
Well, what if what we're planning on doing to the Aztecs is what he's doing to the Aztecs through us? Could all be an elaborate hoax to get us to wreck something. Maybe he needs something out of there. I don't know. It's just a possibility.
Well,
Well,
you,
he's in it for some reason, and it ain't goodwill.
he probably has some goodwill toward us now, since we just saved his ass. Uh, Plus, we saw his ass, and that certainly weren't in his plans, because he's not, as you say, entirely a man.
Well,
Ask
But
him,
I
see what he
suppose
says.
I
yeah,
suppose after our long adventure, I'm somewhat paranoid. So yeah, just don't take no account to what I say unless it comes true.
Oh, it's a valid point.
we know he's more knowledgeable about magical doings than most of us are.
True. But he did already send us to do a job that he didn't want to do himself so that he
Yeah,
could have air conditioning.
but he rewarded us as agreed.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd trust him farther than I could trust Jeremiah. And hell, we risked our lives for one
Oh,
another.
Jeremiah is easily trustable. We could predict what Jeremiah is going to do next, like We can protect the sun's going to come up tomorrow.
Jeremiah says something offensive.
Shit goes
Oh
south.
no,
Actually, that's
Jeremiah.
kind of changed. Has
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah changed?
What do you mean? Has he changed?
Has he changed from the beginning of this when he hunted rock when he was
Absolutely not. No, Jeremiah is
oh,
offended right now. His hand is going down to his gun.
nice. Let's see
He's gonna
this.
say, "I'm not sure all of you are committed to this here gang."
Don't get all
I
riled up,
read the situation
Jeremiah.
wrong.
Just using you as an example.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Try one more time, Eustace. I'll use you as an example.
I've been right there by your side, saving your ass.
I ain't talking to you right now, Joe. I'm looking at Eustace.
Oh, I love this. Take a Benny, Jeremiah. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Now, we can't turn on one another because then the bad
You
guys
tell that to
automatically
Eustace,
win.
Joe. He just told me he don't trust me. How am I supposed to trust him?
No, sir, I said I trusted Oleander as much as I trusted you, and we've all saved each other's lives.
Yeah,
Ain't
we
no-
don't trust Oleander as far as we could spit. We all
Well,
know that.
I think we differ on that, Jeremiah. Two reasonable men can differ about matter. Now simmer
Well,
down and have another bottle of this here mezcal.
We can all agree that each and every one of us is for himself first and foremost, and we're for each other next.
Give me that
What?
there bottle.
Like most families, after all.
Exactly. I'd be
Now
very,
then.
very sad if I lost any of you. But I'd
Now
be
then.
most sad if I lost myself.
Right. So, Jeremiah, you want to start writing out their letter?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ, you
might
can let
not
him
be the
write it?
best. I might not be the best choice for writing the letter.
No, I think we'll have our literary friend, Mr. Cruzmark, do the forgerating.
My
Well,
spelling
there's
ain't.
there's the forging of it, but there's also who's the most persuasive amongst us.
Well,
write
that I
down
got.
right
I
up
got a
and-
corner on, but my spelling ain't collegiate. That's what I'm saying.
How about we work on it together?
I can
Hey.
dictate. Someone else can write.
And Cudarelli can find us some Juarista that can get picked up by the Legionnaires.
I can neither spell nor convince verbally.
Your fists are awfully good arguers, though.
Yeah, I'll go try to find. I'll go try to sell the Waristas on the plan.
Do we know? Oh, yeah. Is should the letter be to the head of the Juaristas, saying we got a bunch of ammunition and we're gathering men down in the city of the dead? Come and meet us, and we'll rally to take down this capital. Is that the sort of message?
Well, we don't want to implicate someone that high up directly, but we want it to be like an internal memo that's then picked up by the authorities. We don't want to end up burning effectively one of our friends' most highly placed agents.
Mm.
Because if we do that, that's hardly going to earn the Waristas on our side.
But we are letting the government find out that the city of the dead is a Warista hideout, or we're gonna,
Yeah.
right? They don't know nothing about the secret empire.
No, that's pretty much the point. But we said we don't want to implicate a real Warista in the process.
I see.
I have
Yeah.
an idea.
It would make it more credible if you do implicate a real one. But also that might backfire. Whatever
You know
you
who-
want to do.
If you say something like, our 4 Warista generals will be meeting together at the gathering at the City of the Dead to discuss our invasion of Mexico City, that would make the Frenchies start to think that Oh, well, we should round them all up and get rid of them right one and all in the same shot.
Well, I mean, I'm basically the most important Warista there is. So why don't I just get arrested? Or
Because they'll kill you.
I could just drop it. I could just drop it and beat the shit out of the people who are trying to arrest me and then leave, but they'll
Which,
pick it up.
that's, well, maybe.
Yeah, and if you fail, you get firing squatted.
Well, ain't
There
something I
must
haven't survived before.
there must be a couple informants in town and people know are snitches. All we got to do is pass some pieces of information through them.
I think the real problem is, I think we're all beating around the bush. One of the Waristas needs to sacrifice himself. He needs to get caught. So you're going to have to convince the Waristas that we're setting a trap for the Federales.
I'm wondering if we ain't got some usefully dead personage whom we can plant the material on and have the Federales discover. This dead Warista washed up in the river or whatnot.
If if I was a Federale, I'd think that it was a trap immediately.
Well, you're brighter than most folk after all,
Weren't you
Clank.
having this conversation? Like you posted up in an inn or something?
We're in private, yeah, so
No.
nobody can hear what we're discussing.
We got ourselves a room with actual running water in it because
Yes.
we made so much money down with saving those children's.
Right. Let's say that you're on the second story of a two-story inn.
Now, as to your other question, Clank, I don't think we particularly know what kind of dark magic we're going to find inside the City of the Dead, but we have every reason to believe that it's the source of these here marks.
That's
So I
true.
think it's more a matter of getting in there and finding out than it is knowing what we're supposed to do inside.
I'm also hoping that we can observe this little thing that we're going to throw and see what kind of magic those Aztecas have.
Yeah, they've been running some sort of secret cabal down there for
There's
who
a knock
knows
on your
how
door.
long. You order room service, Jeremiah?
I'll go to the
No.
door.
I'm going to take out my gun.
Yeah.
All right. The door opens up. It looks like a housemaid with some food. Housekeeping.
I thought you said you didn't order none,
I
Jeremiah.
didn't order no food.
Oh, compliments.
Why,
Compliments of
that's-
who?
Compliments who?
The owner.
Well, Senorita, you can just set it right there over on the table. Thank you kindly. And I'll flip her a 5 peso piece.
Great.
And we're watching her as she goes to set it down to make sure she ain't hiding some machete under her apron or whatnot.
Free food, awesome. I'll take a bite.
Great.
Oh,
The
I was
paranoia.
going to have her take a bite.
Yeah, but she
All
sets
right,
it
well.
down and she promptly exits.
Is it
I'll
good?
give me a notice roll.
We notice the skin on Buongiorno turning purple. It's-
There's just a stick of dynamite in it.
It's a sparkler on top of the cake. Yeah.
These are strange looking candles.
Oh no.
Ooh. Oh my lord.
I got a
Don't
3
you-
on my notice roll.
Don't you hate it when your 6 explodes and you end up with a 7?
Better than mine. I think
Anyone get a raise?
I got multiple raises. My 6 exploded 3 times.
All right. As soon as the door closed, right, you hear her step away, but like she doesn't roll away the cart or anything. It seems like she's listening in.
I've moved over to the door and I've got my ear against the door. So I'm listening to her listening to us.
Sure.
As I was saying, the fine people of Mexico City have been so hospitable, I'm hardly surprised that this generous innkeeper brought us a bunch of free food that ain't in any way tainted.
And Bongiorno, you ate this already?
Yeah, I'm chewing the food slower now, but
No,
I'm still
it's
eating it.
it's good. It's not great.
I ain't never stayed at a more hospitable inn nor had a more generous innkeeper.
Yeah, who here didn't make that noticeable?
My highest was a 0.
All right, if you
Ooh.
didn't make that noticeable, no one has given any sort of signal to you.
I'm just looking around, kind of like, what the hell are you on about?
I'm going to yank open the door all of a sudden.
You see the housekeeper there.
And I
She
look at her
is
and I give her a look and I go,
she's dusting the wall.
uh-huh. Yeah, miss. Uh, we would like some privacy, please. Go.
She nods to you and she waits for you to close the door.
So I close the door, but I leave it cracked and I'm still looking at the door.
Okay, she walks away then.
All right,
Now,
She
she's
what do you
pulls her
gone.
card
think?
away.
Who in tarnation cares enough about a bunch of ex-convicts to spy on us in this fancy two-star hotel?
That's the scary thing. We don't know.
Is Oleander down the hall, or is he in his cart making his living his
He does
air-conditioned
not have
life?
his cart left.
Oh,
His cart
right,
got stolen and sold to what
right.
he thinks are Aztec shamans. But yeah, you have not seen Oleander. He has a room, however, he is not in right now.
Right.
That's concerning.
As soon as she goes down the hall, maybe down the stairs, I'm now going to open the door back up and I'm going to quietly move forward to the top of the stairs so that I can hear what's going on downstairs.
Okay, give me a notice roll.
Kind of surprised it didn't go all invisible for it.
Oop,
Much more sneaky that way.
I got a 6, a 6, and a 3.
So that's pretty good,
So
right?
15.
15, great. With a raise, you can see as soon as she's out of sight and walking down the stairs, she starts to walk with purpose, long strides, and out the door. With a raise, you notice that there's a closet door in the hallway that is ajar.
That's where the real maid is.
Yeah, I'll go back to that closet and I'll open it up.
There is an unconscious woman that does not look like the
Oh
woman
dear.
that you saw.
All right, so I'll come. Oh, it would be the gentlemanly thing to. I'm just gonna take a glass of water off the cart and splash it on her face, but then go right back to the room.
Yeah,
And,
she wakes up and she starts screaming.
okay. By that time, I'm back in the room though, and
All
I
right, there's a bit of a
tell them
commotion
what I
from
saw.
downstairs. Yeah. And they help this poor woman to her feet. And that's what you can hear.
I
Well,
suppose I suppose I'll also make the move that when I go back in the room and she starts screaming, then I will come out of the room to look like I'm responding to the screaming.
Yeah, and with the little Spanish you do know, like she's like, where is my work clothes? You know, who was that woman?
And I tell
Stuff
whoever
like
the
that.
people are there that there was a maid who came to our room, but
And
it's
then
not
you
her.
would get a question. It's like, she's our only maid.
Then somebody bonked her on the head and pretended to be her. What kind of a hotel are you running here?
I apologize for the inconvenience.
I think she was trying to rob
Is there
us or
anything
something.
we can do? Maybe offer you
Oh,
some free food?
oh, that would be nice. You can comp our room for us.
Can we comp the room? He's gonna
Uh,
try and do everything but that. If you want to push for it, we can roll other than that.
how about this? Could you move us to another room?
Oh yes, no problem.
Yeah,
You
because
can have the pick of the litter.
we'll just pick one at the other end of the hotel or something from here. So
Okay,
if the bad guys think that we're in that room, we're not in that room anymore.
sounds good to me.
It's a hassle. Sorry, but I'm super paranoid.
Mr. Mark, do you have some kind of uh, spirit critter you can send after that false maid and see where she's headed to? I don't exactly
Uh,
understand the specifics of your lower parts.
Oh yeah, I guess
no,
I suppose I should have asked what everyone else is doing while Clank is waking up the
Sorry,
maid as he approached as
We
he.
were watching Biongerno chowing down on them tamales, waiting for him to fall on his ass.
Oh well, he's
Mm.
up. He's alive.
No, I think the food's fine. I think that whoever that was got the food from the maid and delivered it
See,
to our room instead of where it was supposed to go.
your paranoia made you miss out on some good tamales.
Yeah, tell you what, if Clank did notify you, did you want to do anything?
if if it's quick enough, when you say we're on a second story,
Mm-hmm.
if we look out of the window, can we see her walking away?
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give chase because I think I want answers out of her.
Okay. Are you going to give chase stealthily or just like with pure aggression, you're gonna catch up to her
Uh, I
and
don't
make a
necessarily
scene
want
most
to catch
likely?
up. I don't want to catch up to her, but I want to get within smarts range of her.
Okay, sounds great. Give me a stealth roll because if you fail this, she's gonna book it.
I'm sneaky too. I don't know what. Nobody should be going nowhere alone. So
That's a good point. Yeah,
I
I'd
shall
say
try
these
to.
definitely backup would be good.
So, are you leaving through the window and dropping down to like, or are you gonna go through the hallway and then down the stairs,
I can with
which will
my
impact
agility
the
and
amount of time?
yeah, with my agility, probably not great to do anything heroic like that. But I did just roll snake eyes on my stealth check.
All right, fumble.
Hmm.
Okay, so not only do you mess up quite spectacularly. So I'm assuming you went down the stairs to try and like chase after her. Um, you end up bumping into a waiter carrying a platter of hot food,
Oh, ow,
and
ouch.
there is quite the commotion as there's the shattering of broken glass where um, there's a hot plate that makes contact with you.
Oh,
And that's gonna hot plate. Let's see. It's gonna be 2d6 damage for sure. Here's what I just rolled. 2d6 on 2d6. I
that's
rolled two
12.
sixes. No, the 12s explode. Both d6s.
Uh,
I'm
this
so
is
sorry.
what I
Ambrose is
got.
going to die because of some soup.
Most lethal plate.
All right. I rolled a 1 and a 6, so it explodes again. That's crazy. 6, 6, 6, 6. All right. So 6, 6, 6, 5, 1. That's 24.
Well, funnily enough, I have a toughness of 7, so that's gonna be painful. But I have a stack full of bennies ready to start
All right,
soaking that
please,
shit. So
please. So what? That's 7, 11, 15, 19, 23. So you'd be
all right,
incapacitated. That's crazy. All right, I'll
here's
take the Benny.
the penny for the soak.
A
Oh,
comedy of errors.
well,
Eustace, you see all of this.
my 10
Yeah,
exploded, so that's an 18.
Okay, so you can see Ambrose's face make contact with a hot plate, and with an 18, the 10 exploded. So how many raises is that? That's one. That's a success, a raise. 8, 12, 16. That's 3 successes, which gets rid of all the wounds and gets rid of shaken. So yeah, you get singed pretty badly because it still hits you.
It's like a
We're gonna have to
cartoon scald, he turns bright red, there's a puff of steam, and then he
Right.
wipes it
And
off.
that maid, quote unquote, books it into the street.
begin with the enraged booking, going, I'm going to have to change my shirt now, damn it.
Well, sir, we lost her, but it's an interesting fact, and we know what she looks like, and that she's willing to knock a poor innocent stranger unconscious just to make sure that we're the target she's looking for. Because she could have hidden the hallway and listened to us without delivering no food, but I guess she
All right.
wanted to make eye contact. Mighty strange. I
Did
figure
you-
we're more or less anonymous in this whole country, ain't we?
Say that again.
I thought we were more or less anonymous individuals in this country.
Yeah. Maybe we've
Yeah,
been
but-
making a little bit too much recognition as we go along. We saved a couple of villages.
No
Yeah.
good deed goes unpunished, apparently.
I imagine things in Monterey must have gathered some attention.
Did she look Aztec or like native?
She looked indigenous, yes.
Oh. So it could be that the Aztecs can, I mean, it's like an Aztec brand, so why wouldn't they be able to sense who has it? And maybe they're either
We've
trying to sacrifice us or help us or whatever.
we've already had encounters with them, so they do know what we look like.
Yeah, they're clearly
had that-
following us.
That cat chasing after us.
And
that,
if
that does make me wonder. That does make me wonder because from what you said, they just stood up in the trees watching you.
Yeah,
If
they didn't
wanted to
attack
have-
me.
Yeah, if they wanted to have killed us, that would have been the prime opportunity to do so. But then,
But then there's the zoo.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, unless there are two definite different factions here.
There could be two factions. You are correct.
Well, while you are all playing chess in your brains, I'm amazingly a tic-tac-toe person myself. But I'll start getting gear ready so we can head off to the southwest and see if we can locate this ancient lost city or what have you, because we can't give them directions to it if we don't know where it is.
Yeah, you can
That's
definitely do
true.
that.
Yeah, I want to go find the smartest person I know and ask them.
Go ahead, Buongiorno. I'm right here.
You
I'm
can get a penny
tempted
for
to,
that. That was funny.
tempted to say something, but he's already gotten his pistol out a couple of times. And when he gets ornery like this, there ain't no point rattling his cage.
Getting low on the mezcal, Eustace.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a professor of Aztec studies in Mexico City that were like, where else would they be?
Yeah, not necessarily. I don't, is there even a University of Mexico City at this point in time?
It is the capital.
All right,
Good
so
question.
on my to-do list, we have Eustace, you're prepping for expedition. Anyone else?
Well, I'm going to go with Eustace, of course.
Yeah,
Drinking and playing with guns. I'm practicing
All
a
right.
quick draw.
yeah, I've been learning to fan the hammer during our downtime.
Oh,
You can
nice.
get off 6 quick shots.
That's pretty good. Ambrose, what are you doing?
I think I might commune with the lower because I realised I remembered I've picked up divination a long time ago, back when we were just veterans.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it might be time to ask the spirits for some guidance.
Buongiorno.
Yeah, I'm smart enough to know that I'm stupid, so I'm gonna go try to find
Drink with
Like,
Jeremiah. Great.
no,
No.
I'm gonna go try to find some Aztec studies professor or something.
Okay, great. All right. I want to commune with the Loa. Let's do that first. Ambrose, you set up a little seance room, I suppose, in your new room that you've been given at the inn. What does this
Yep,
look like?
layouts.
Medicine bags out, you got some ash or bone dust spread out.
Yep, laying out some bones, setting up a temporary altar, maybe burning some incense, and then
Okay.
opening myself up to say, "Please, we need some guidance here. Poor stupid souls here need some enlightenment."
Awesome. I love that.
Right? I will stick with the 10 on my D12.
All right. Fire, 5 power points, 10 arcane skill roll. That's a success. You can go ahead and ask a question.
Right. First off, uh, Joe described that there was this jaguar spirit that was following us. What is it?
Um, you see the face flashing of a jaguar. It almost jump scares you, right? It's like so clear in your mind's eye, like as if you were there. This jaguar's face snarling right in front of you. You can even smell its breath, and it turns into the face of a man also snarling. It like morphs, and it looks like they are adorned with traditional Aztec shaman, something you would think would be that.
Right? Are they hostile?
Okay. You continue to have this vision, and you see the moon rise. It's full moon. The man turns away from you after morphing from a jaguar, and like he turns away like this, and then when he turns back, he's got a knife and he's plunging it into you.
So that's a yes.
And you feel that.
Ugh.
No one said divination had to be pleasant.
No, that's true. Oh, yeah. So we should definitely be wary of him.
All right, we got one more
Oh,
question, buddy. That's not what the Loa says, but
no. Yeah, I can imagine the Baron sat there with a bottle of whiskey going, "One more, buddy." Yeah. Uh, what should we be looking out for the most in the City of the Dead?
okay, yeah. So I will say because you got the rays, you get a image, a little flyover, a little drone footage of City of the Dead, just from like a bird's eye view, and you're seeing marching armies of skeletons patrolling the streets. And on top of that, there is a giant serpent made of bone that slithers its way across the streets.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Ugh. Aye,
But
aye.
there is something that does obscure your vision because at the top of one of the couple pyramids, it's almost like you're looking into the sun and you
Ooh.
cannot
Okay.
see any further.
Hmm. We definitely need that army. Mhm.
Yeah, you would definitely need an army. That's
Yeah, we're not getting through that with just us.
and in that case, why don't you go ahead and make a fear check for saying this because you know it to be true.
Yeah.
And I would like you to roll with a minus for the fear level, just the -1. Oh, actually, no,
Okay.
it's different for this area. Yeah, roll with a -2.
Okay. Well, Again, my D12 is certainly setting me up good. 11 minus 2 is 9.
9, you pass. But
But
you're just
still
left with a
worried that we
pit
need
in
a
your
goddamn
stomach.
army.
Yeah, you're left with a pit in your stomach. All right. So Jeremiah, you're downstairs drinking at the inn's bar, right?
Well,
Or somewhere
I
else.
I think I'm probably up in the room,
Okay.
honestly.
Then you probably see Ambrose sweating bullets and looking pretty bad. You're like drinking from straight from the bottle, watching Ambrose most likely.
That's all right. I'll just start a monologue. Start talking.
Okay.
Yeah, once these Mexicans get a load of this gang, they ain't gonna know what hit them. No, I'm just gonna run my mouth off.
All right. So at this point, there's the door like unlocks, and you see Oleander step in. And he's like, "Oh, you switched rooms. I was told by the staff." Well, what happened with there?
So who's this to?
Oleander is talking to Ambrose and Jeremiah
Oh,
as he
right.
opens the door. He says, "The staff told me the rooms got switched. What's going on?"
Yeah, we had an unwanted visitor turn up that was trying to snoop around.
That is very concerning. Who do you think they were?
I have no idea, but the guess is from appearances it might be someone that's connected with this hidden empire.
I could use my divination skills if I had access to what I had in my cart, but
Mhm.
I cannot, alas.
Well, who do you think they were?
I agree with Ambrose here. He seems to be on the same level of intuition as I.
Yeah, Macy,
The
I've just done
backhanded
some
compliment
communing, and
to share.
I've just done some communing, and that was not a particularly pleasant experience. But uh,
Yeah, you could do it again. He shrugs.
yeah, we could. In fact, if again, if I get a particularly cooperative spirit, we may even find where she's gone.
Yes, if she's gone, it must be close by. I would think that they have some kind of safe house or base of operations. Then going to back to the valley. Whoever knows how close they are. I'm back from trying to find my wagon. These dowsing rods. Whenever I get to the jungle and close, they start to spin in circles.
Very helpful.
So I'm pretty sure that there's some kind of magical protection for this valley.
Mhm.
Something that these Aztec operatives are using. They must be using something to find it or get in successfully.
A hidden pathway.
I think while these guys are talking, I'm still going to be doing my quick draw thing,
Are you gonna?
and just over and over and over. You know what I
I
mean?
love
But
that. That's so
I
cool.
think when they finish, I'm going to draw it. And I'm going to point it right at Oleander.
He said I wouldn't
I'm
do
going to
that if
say,
I were you.
"Oh yeah, you wouldn't be thinking about leading us into a trap now, would you?"
Why would I do that? You're the best chance I've got to recover my cart.
How does he
Give
seem?
me,
Does he seem like he's telling the truth?
yeah, give me a notice roll.
Can we both do that? As we're both there
Yeah,
with him.
yeah.
I got a 4. Yeah, notice roll.
4.
Yeah.
6.
He sweats a little from the Mexican heat, but it's not definitely not him being nervous or anything. It's just he's been most likely frank with you for the most part.
Hmm.
Like there has been opportunities where he could have just killed you all during your trip while you were all asleep, and he just hasn't done that. And he seems really annoyed and more concerned about his own property.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip the gun back into my holster and I'm like, hell, it ain't even loaded.
Oh, good trick. But next time you threaten a sorcerer, make sure to back that up. Otherwise, If I had my stuff, you could have been vaporized.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Not that I
I'll
would do
invite
that.
him.
You're a very good worker.
I'll invite him to come sit in the little impromptu altar room I've got
All
set
right.
up.
Are you gonna do it
'Cause
again?
yeah, because he
Woo!
did give me a good idea there.
All right. So as you sit down to do the second round with the Loa, we're gonna hop over to Eustace and Joe as they're preparing for this expedition into the jungle. What exactly are you doing for a jungle expedition? You are muted, Joe.
I'm wondering, Eustace, you know, I suppose you've realized that I've got some connections on the other side that have been giving me abilities and powers and things. I've pulled us out of some nasty situations.
It's fair
There's
to
one
say
that,
you've changed quite a bit since we went down to them mines and you found that deck of cards.
Hmm,
For example, if you had been able to turn invisible when you was a bank robber, we probably wouldn't ended up in the Who's Cow in the first place, as you were saying.
that's true. And perhaps in the future we can do some fun stuff like that. But well, I was thinking there's a couple of ideas that I've had. The problem is that I'll have to do some serious deals with the creature that runs the cards, Mr. Bones. But what if I was able to change into something else, like an eagle or a hawk, and act as a scout, move ahead, see what's there, and then come back and tell you what I'm seeing? Tactically, I think that might help. Of course, I don't know how long such a transformation lasts, and I certainly don't want to turn back into my current self being 1,000 feet above the ground.
No,
Um,
sir, that would be that would you would then yes, that would be a desirable outcome, certainly.
but I imagine eagles or hawks are probably sacred to these people, and they're not likely to shoot me down.
Well, that's true to an extent. At the same time, maybe they got some sort of magical doohickey that surrounds their citadel, and you'd fly over there as a hawk, and they'd say, "Why, look, it's a man disguised as a hawk, and he's the one that I've been following in the shape of a jaguar."
Yeah, we can't really tell, can we, what they know and what they can see.
That's the thing with you magic peoples. It ain't, like take a fellow like Bonjero, you know what the feller's all about.
The problem is that we don't know anything about anything in this case. We could have been led here, maybe even by these scars, to do exactly what we're doing. And they know we're here and they've been waiting for us.
Well,
After
sir,
all, why hasn't that wind tornado creature given us any trouble
we've
except in the
been
very beginning?
we have been trying to make pretty good time and leave plenty of innocent people between us and it for its nightly feedings. But it's true. I mean, if they did want us to come down here for some dang reason, having that hellish blood tornado chase us is a pretty good mechanism because I sure as heck want to get away from it and go wherever I
True.
can to get help. No, sir, well, as I said, I'm a tic-tac-toe man myself. These elaborate, complicated machinations are not for a simple, honest feller like myself.
Well, the truth is that you just got to do what you think is right and hope that you're right.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been practicing with the gun. Now that I have met some larger scrapes than I was accustomed to, I find that a pistol can answer a lot of questions that otherwise are go unanswered. And I got
Hmm.
these nice new saddlebags for Buttercup to show for it.
Well, what do you think about the idea of changing into something else, like a bird?
Well, I thought the bird idea was interesting, but again, I don't know if they'd catch on right away, being magical themselves. And being a bird, if we have to go down into more dank caves, wouldn't be very useful. I have a feeling that this is going to take us under the earth. It's some sort of subterranean temple.
Well, like I said, just for scouting it out before we
Yeah.
get there.
Heck, just for locating it, being aerial might be extremely helpful. Because you get out in the jungle and every direction looks more or less the same. The stuff grows up so fast you can't barely keep a path going. But if you go up in the air and see a couple of pyramidal mountainous shapes with jungle all over them, we could never spot them from the ground.
Wonder why people don't know where they are, because they could be obscured by magic. So even flying over, I might not be able to see them.
So what you're saying here is I'm packing up these dried oats into Buttercup saddlebag is that you're considering the possibility of being able to change yourself into the shape of a bird.
Yeah. I just
Sure.
want to help.
Things sure have changed for this gang since we got arrested.
I haven't cracked a safe in months.
That's true. That's true. I ain't sold an old lady patent medicine in months either.
What happened to us?
I haven't I haven't
But I
sharpened a knife out of an old piece of metal either.
and I
Tell
still
you what,
can't turn into a dang bird.
when are we going to be ready to go start scouting out?
Well, what exactly are you going to take with you?
We got
Right now it's
regular
the evening, so.
regular jungle traveling kit. We
Oh,
got,
great. Yeah.
the new horses we acquired after Monterey, and probably no use taking a wagon because there won't be any roads in the jungle. So we got ourselves our dried meat and our dried beans and our liquor and a goodly supply of weapons. And
Are we going to wait for daylight, or
well,
no? We're gonna.
hell, it's hard enough to find a dang thing in full daylight in the jungle, let alone trying to go it at night. And we know we're
I
being
think.
stalked by an unnatural beast.
I think then it's probably worth the risk.
Where
I
are
could
you
turn
right now?
into a. We're still. Well, we're still in the town, but
Yeah, yeah,
We're
I
in the
think we're
town.
we're at
we're
the stable.
The
yeah.
stable? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Um, I could turn myself into a night owl and fly out and just get some bearing on which direction we really need to go, and then just fly back. I ain't gonna do anything foolish.
If and you consider turning yourself into a night owl and flying around in the jungle not foolish, well, we have different standards, Clank, but I would like to get some more information and I don't want to head out until daylight. And we have to make sure also that Jeremiah doesn't get himself killed down in the bar.
There's a few people walking to and fro, going about with their evening activities tonight as you're getting your horses ready at the stables, just checking things over for the trip.
And I
Couple
assume
more,
there's a kennel attached to the stable as well where your wolfhounds can be.
Yeah.
couple more drinks of this here mezcal. We can go flying together, Joe.
As Jeremiah stumbles out of the inn.
I'm almost ready.
All right. But we will zoom away and go to Buongiorno as you're trying to find an Aztec studies professor. That's great. Where are you gonna look?
I mean, you got to start with the library.
Okay, great. You go to the library, and there is a library. And do you know Spanish?
No.
Great. All right. So the librarian speaks to you, approaches you, says, I haven't seen you here before.
Buongiorno.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm looking
Can I
for
help
an
you with
I'm
anything?
looking
Yeah.
I'm looking for an Aztec studies professor.
Oh, we had a professor come in a few years ago, His name was, I believe, Professor Riley. He was working with the Emperor.
Do you know where he worked?
Uh, he was looking into, let's say, the Aztec culture. He came with a team of archaeologists, but no one has seen his team for maybe a week now.
Oh, well, shoot. Uh, do you know where he was headed?
He said he wanted to f rediscover the city of the dead to learn about the Aztec culture and what
Hmm.
treasures that the city of the dead had, but that's a bad idea.
Why do you say that?
Uh, I've heard stories of the city of the dead being populated with monsters and frightening abominations of all kinds.
Hmm. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to go find Professor Riley's whatever remains of him in Mexico City, his room or whatever, or his commissioning officer.
Right. I know he had a deal with the government.
Yeah, I'll go ask the government then.
All right, great. You leave the library. Are you going to go straight into straight into
Uh,
the castle where the emperor is? Because that'd be kind of funny.
yeah. Yeah, I'll go in. I'll go to the
All right, you're
castle.
stopped at the door. Like, what purpose do you have here?
Excuse
These
me.
French legionnaires, they stop you.
I'm looking for Professor Riley. It's very important that I find him.
Okay. Um, Professor Riley, and he gives you a
Yeah, he was a professor. He had a contract with the government.
yes, Professor Riley. I'm not so sure you should know about that.
Well, I haven't seen him in weeks. I'm worried about him.
Oh, tell you what, we can. Do you know? So, do you have information on Professor Riley?
Yeah, I mean, he was going out to try to find the city of the dead, and I think he found it.
Hmm. Tell you what, why don't you come back here in the morning, and I'll get this information to who it needs to get to.
All right.
All right. So you leave, and that's when you see probably Harista like stop you as you like round the block, saying, "I see you're planning your method of attack to assassinate the Emperor. Do you need any of our support?"
Well, it's very important for our plan that we find this guy called Professor Riley and where he was going on his expedition. Because if we can find the city of the dead, we will have an opportunity at inflicting the final blow against the Federales.
Hmm. Okay. But what does this have to do with assassinating the Emperor?
Well, I mean, if I could explain the plan to you, but it's a little bit complicated.
So you explain the plan then?
I'll explain the plan. I'll explain the plan that once the army goes out, they're going to be attacked by the ancient Aztecs. Then we're going to come in and sort of tag team, destroy them with the power of supernatural abilities. And then we kill the Emperor.
Okay. But your plan involves giving up one of our own, which I don't think the Benito Juarez would be happy about that.
Look, I'm willing to make any sacrifice for the cause.
Okay, so it's gonna be you? They say, all right.
I'm not good. I'm
And with
not good
that,
at
we'll just cut.
talking.
We'll just cut to back in the inn with Ambrose.
Right. So attempting our second round of divinations. Oh, I've been to the crossroads pays off. So 12 plus 6 is 18.
18. That's a raise. That's good. Three questions.
Right. Numero uno. Where is this lady that was trying to get into our room?
Where is she? Okay. You get an overview of the of Mexico City, and you hear the thrumming of a heartbeat, right? And this angle starts to go deep underground. It's quite jarring because it's from your first person view as it goes into the ground where the heartbeat gets louder and louder, and you can see it's not a healthy heartbeat. It's corrupted, right? This heart is black and it's spreading its roots throughout the city. But the center of it looks to be probably at the like the heart of the financial area.
That was not where I was expecting. Okay, she's somewhere in the financial district.
Mm-hmm.
Very,
Yep.
very odd.
But that's where she is, like, you think currently.
Okay. Um, the next most important question then would be how do we get to the City of the Dead?
Okay. So to get to the City of the Dead, right, you can see a group of Aztec eagle warriors, right? And one of them has a brooch as he passes through a misty valley. Right? It's this jade looking brooch.
Hmm. So we need one of those.
Yep. And
Uh,
it seems like only one of them of the group has it, so but they were able to pass
mhm.
this mist without getting like turned around.
Gotcha. Do I have any further questions I can ask?
Any this is he's opening this up to the table.
No, I mean, I do. I mean, do I have the
Oh yeah, you
opportunity
got
to
one more.
ask any more questions? Right. Where's the nearest brooch that we can get?
You get back to that heartbeat again, that ill heartbeat, this infestation within the city.
So go to the financial district again.
Yeah, and because you got a raise, let me tell you, it'll most likely tell you where the couple of buildings are to give you
Hmm.
a ba- ba. Yeah, yeah, okay, great. It looks like an art store.
Again, not what I would be expecting. So,
Full of surprises.
yeah, it's just you have your enemy pegged as being they're living in some kind of hovel somewhere, and no, they're in somewhere nice and upper class, and they got taste.
Yeah. So
Uh,
like a galleria.
mhm. If I will open it up to Oleander to say what else, what other suggestions have you got?
Well, now that you know where they are, why don't you just go there and do what your gang does best and get some answers?
Well, yeah, it's what they do best. I think if we're going to go, we go as a group. I certainly don't want to go there individually, even if I do have my voodoo doll to get her to do what I want.
Yeah. What does your gang do best?
The, the more physical side of it.
All right, well, with that, the spirit of the Loa leaves the room.
Gotcha. I'm gonna rest up a bit and wait for the rest to get back.
Yeah, they can get back if they'd like. Bongiorno, I don't know if you want to stay out with the Horistas.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. So in that case, you all meet back up, and it is midnight.
Well, I
Well,
think everything's set up for us to travel out in the morning if we know where we're going to.
well, we need to go to the we need to find our dear friend the maid, who is currently held up in the financial district because we need to grab a brooch from her. Otherwise, we're going to wander out there and not be able to get anywhere.
Would you repeat that? I understood all the words, but the totality of them don't make a bit of sense to me.
Right. To get to the city of the dead, we need a brooch. The way is hidden unless you have one of these items, these blessed things made of jade. And I have a feeling that our lady the maid who came to see us, is one of that group, and probably has one of those items. Because two separate questions led the answer pretty much pointed me in the same direction. One, where is she? Pointed to an art store in the financial district, and then, okay, where can I get a brooch that would allow us to get to the city of the dead? Points towards the same place.
Well, I'm going to just pretend that all made sense to me so we can go ahead with it. Because I'll be buggered. I suppose she's holed up in some sort of fancy art gallery down in the financial district of Mexico City.
Or it could be a front, it could be something else entirely, but I would never have expected to find someone like that there.
Well, let's throw some cold water into Jeremiah's face and get ready for it. Do we need to? I suppose we should try to spruce ourselves up a little bit if we're going into the downtown proper.
Mhm.
And I'll start spit shining my shoes.
Well, I definitely need a new shirt after earlier.
Your blisters are looking remarkably all right, considering how hot that soup was.
My ego is like a shield of steel to help to preserve.
All right. So you are all deciding to go to this art gallery?
That's what the smart feller says.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you have a name for the place, or we're just going to wander around
The
amongst the
Loa did not
banks?
give you that. It only gave you what it looked like,
Mhm.
which I suppose is good enough.
Yeah, the worst case scenario, we go down and we ask, hey, fellow local, have you seen a place that looks like this? And
All right. What does everyone else think? Do you want
I'll
to,
follow Ambrose.
yeah, do you want to prepare for this because it's potentially a safe house for this faction that has been hostile question mark to you?
Mhm.
Hmm. This might be a good place to plant that letter, though, if we prevail,
We
because the
don't know.
federales will come to stop whatever the ruckus is going on.
We don't have a destination to send him to that yet, though, do
Hmm.
we?
No,
Yeah,
we
we don't. And
don't.
also, we'd need to leave a brooch with the note, and then they've got to believe that there's some weird hokum going on over there for them to turn up and actually
Right.
use it to get in.
how are we going to get an army into a place that they can't get into without a magic amulet?
Precisely.
We have to get in. We have to find out what causes the magic and smash it. Then we have to get out. Then we have to get the army to come.
Hmm.
All right. So without any further preparations, I'm hearing you're all gonna set out to the armory. Not the armory, the gallery.
Yeah.
We
All right.
hope
Not
it's a
going-
gallery.
In
Not
the
going
middle
to
of the
lie.
night, under the cover of darkness, with not a lot of people in the streets. All right, excellent.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah. Because who knows what you'll find there. All right, I think this is a good place to end, as you are now directed where to go.
Our players included Matthew Sanderson, David Gasway, Stefan Amschi, Max Meltzer, and myself, with Alex Sun as the game marshal. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up private games. You can learn the fine arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe, into the Deadlands, and to the Savage Worlds role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.